Belief is often the starting point for change, yet belief alone is rarely enough to produce lasting transformation. Many people carry strong beliefs, hold convictions, or wish deeply for improvement, but their lives remain unchanged. The difference lies in action. True transformation is the result of repeated conscious effort practiced over time, not occasional bursts of intention or reliance on faith alone. Daily practice is what bridges the gap between understanding and actual mastery. When intention is consistent, even small efforts accumulate, producing profound and lasting change. Occasional belief, no matter how strong, cannot restructure habits, refine attention, or cultivate the self because the mind and body respond to repetition and reinforcement rather than abstract notions. Daily practice builds a rhythm in life, and rhythm is the foundation of discipline. Without repetition, learning is fragmented and insights are fleeting. Occasional effort produces temporary results, often giving the illusion of progress. You may feel motivated after a seminar, a motivational speech, or a moment of insight, but unless that energy is transformed into repeated conscious practice, it dissipates quickly. True change is quiet and incremental. It comes from showing up consistently, even when energy is low, enthusiasm fades, or distractions arise. This is where self-mastery is forged, through the mundane, the repetitive, the small daily choices that are easy to overlook, but impossible to ignore when accumulated over time. Intentional practice differs from mere action. It is not about going through motions or fulfilling obligations. It is about cultivating awareness with each action. Every habit, whether physical, mental, or emotional, becomes a training ground. Practicing meditation is not just about sitting in silence. It is about noticing thoughts without judgment. Practicing discipline in work is not about completing tasks. It is about refining focus, presence, and integrity with each effort. Practicing kindness is not about occasional gestures. It is about consciously choosing compassion in every interaction. Daily practice transforms life itself into an ongoing exercise in refinement, making the ordinary extraordinary. The body and mind respond to repetition more than belief. Neural pathways are strengthened when an action is repeated, attention is sharpened when focus is consistently applied, and emotional resilience grows when one faces challenges with steady commitment. Occasional belief cannot create these pathways because it lacks the structure necessary to guide the mind and body towards sustainable patterns. For instance, wishing to be patient or disciplined does little if moments requiring patience or discipline are ignored or avoided. It is the deliberate encounter with life's tests again and again that shapes character. Daily practice also allows for reflection and adjustment. When actions are repeated with awareness, feedback becomes visible. You see where habits succeed, where attention falters, and where emotional patterns persist. Occasional belief lacks this feedback loop. Without engagement in a sustained practice, mistakes are repeated unknowingly, insights are forgotten, and growth stalls. Practice provides not only repetition, but also refinement. Each day becomes an opportunity to correct, observe, and improve, deepening both skill and understanding over time. Consistency in practice cultivates integrity. Integrity is not a concept. It is demonstrated by alignment between what is intended and what is executed. Belief can inspire intention, but only practice converts intention into lived reality. Daily commitment builds trust in oneself. The mind learns that promises are not just ideas but lived experiences. This trust forms the foundation for deeper self-mastery, because a person who can follow through with small daily commitments develops the capacity to uphold larger principles and handle complex challenges. Practice, therefore, is not only about skill but also about character. Daily practice also creates resilience. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances rarely align with ideal conditions. Occasional belief often crumbles under pressure because it has no structure to support it when conditions are difficult. Consistent practice, however, becomes habitual and resilient precisely because it is integrated into daily life. When challenges arise, the foundation laid by repetition and attention allows the individual to remain grounded and effective. Practice is what turns abstract belief into actionable strength, enabling the person to navigate uncertainty with calmness and clarity. Moreover, daily practice transforms awareness itself. Awareness is not static. It expands and deepens with consistent observation. The mind becomes more attuned to subtle patterns, both internal and external. Emotional reactions lose their automatic grip, and attention becomes sharper. Occasional belief cannot produce this deepening because awareness requires repetition to become refined. Small daily acts of observation, pausing to notice thoughts, emotions, and impulses, train the mind to respond rather than react, cultivating a steadiness that grows stronger with each passing day. The principle of daily practice over occasional belief also emphasizes humility and patience. Transformation is rarely instantaneous. It is incremental, often imperceptible from day to day, yet unmistakable over months or years. Those who rely solely on belief often seek dramatic change and become frustrated when progress is slow. Daily practice teaches patience because it roots growth in consistent effort rather than immediate reward. It shows that mastery is a journey, not a destination, and that small, steady actions are more powerful than occasional bursts of energy or motivation. Ultimately, daily practice aligns intention with action. Belief can inspire, but without follow-through, it remains abstract. Practice, repeated day after day, translates intention into habit, habit into character, and character into transformation. It teaches that self-mastery is not a matter of luck, external conditions, or occasional inspiration. It is a matter of consistent engagement with life itself. Through daily, conscious effort, the mind becomes disciplined, emotions stabilize, and actions gain precision. Awareness expands, and choices become more deliberate and aligned with purpose. This is how true transformation occurs, not in moments of belief, but in the quiet, repeated, intentional work of living attentively each day. The act of showing up every day, even when small, even when unnoticed, becomes the greatest teacher. Over time, the accumulation of small, consistent actions surpasses any single act of belief in power and influence. Daily practice reinforces the understanding that transformation is a living process, built not on occasional intention, but on continual refinement, awareness, and the repeated choice to engage consciously with every thought, emotion, action, and moment. This is the essence of mastery, not belief, but practice, practiced every day.